Hello, family. Welcome back to Sussex Squad Family TV on YouTube. Now, my family, once upon a time, Omid Scobie said that this institution of the royal family, the monarchy, has caused pain to the women who have married into the royal family. And it is high time that this institution of the monarchy realizes that it's not the women who are the problem. It is the institution that has the problem. My family, today, Gloria Steinem, a good friend of Meghan Markle, said this about Meghan. And I'm quoting Gloria Steinem's words. And I quote, "She is different from the picture of her in the media." I even remember when Meghan was about to premiere Archetypes podcast on Spotify. Meghan said that you've only had a chance to see me from the lens of the media. It's high time you get the chance to see me, from Meghan herself. And my family, what I've seen in the UK media is that they are unhappy because Meghan is rehabilitating her image. Meghan is rehabilitating her image, an image that the press, the tabloids, the farm have done everything in their power to destroy because of jealousy, because of hate. They have done everything in their power to destroy Meghan's image in the public eye. And the anger is they are failing, and they have failed. And now when they see, in Meghan's podcast, Meghan talking about her life, they're like, why is Meghan talking about herself? I mean, for those who even tuned in before Arches premiered, in that trailer, Meghan said that this time you will get the chance to see me, the real me, because what you've seen is from the tabloid lens. You've seen me from the tabloid lens. It's high time you get the chance to see me from me. And the media keeps throwing a tantrum. Why? Because Meghan's image is being rehabilitated after the press have done everything in its power to smear Meghan for years now. And my family, on what Gloria Steinem said, Meghan and the feminist icon's friendship is going strong, and stronger. Now, Meghan Markle and Gloria Steinem's friendship is going strong. At the Women's Media Center 2022 Women's Media Awards last week, Steinem, a co-founder of the organization, opened up about her relationship with Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. And when asked about why she partnered up with Meghan for a candid conversation about reproductive rights in Vogue, earlier this year, Steinem had nothing but kind words for a friend, whom she called a great human being. My family, she was asked that question about why did you partner up with Meghan for a candid conversation about reproductive rights in Vogue earlier this year. Steinem replied by saying Meghan is a great human being. My family, even that question itself, like, why are you working with Meghan? That tells you of the propaganda of the media against Meghan. For all these years, they have done everything to ruin Meghan's image, to ensure that people in prominent positions, people like Gloria Steinem, would not want to work or even speak to Meghan. That's what the media have wanted. For Netflix not to offer Harry and Meghan, a contract. That's what the media have wanted. For Prince Harry and Meghan not to be able to earn a living outside the royal family after they stepped down as senior members of the royal family. That's what the Tory media wanted. That is what the media wanted. No wonder they were so angry when it was released that Harry and Meghan had signed a contract with Netflix. No wonder they got even more angrier when they also found out that Harry and Meghan had signed a contract with Spotify. No wonder even right now they are angry that Meghan is currently rehabilitating her image. An image the firm and the UK press have worked hand in hand to try and destroy. No wonder you have someone asking Gloria Steinem this question. Why did you partner up with Meghan for a candid conversation on reproductive rights after, what happened in the US when abortion was declared to be, states were allowed to choose whether or not they allow their citizens to have an abortion. Now, my family, in this question that was asked to Gloria Steinem, to me, I can basically read malice. Because these people, they have done everything in their power to ensure that no one works with Meghan. When they see people working with Meghan, when even right now, the perfect example is the Ripple of Hope Award. I mean, look at the outrage of the UK media, from Piers Morgan to Robert Jobson to the entire media landscape in the UK. Pissed off because Prince Harry and Meghan are receiving a prestigious award in New York, the Ripple of Hope Award, next to President Zelensky of Ukraine, who will be making a virtual appearance. So my family, no wonder the media is angry. Because they've done everything in their power to smear Harry and Meghan so that nobody wants to associate themselves with Harry and Meghan. But instead, look what's happening. American royalty, practically the Kennedy family, American political royalty, American dynasty, are wanting to work with Meghan, are appreciating Harry and Meghan's work with charities, helping people through Archwell. They are appreciating and honoring Prince Harry and Meghan's commitment to a life of service by awarding them the Ripple of Hope Award in New York City. And people will pay $1 million just to sit next to Prince Harry and Meghan. I say that with happiness because of what the press have done to Harry and Meghan, but still it isn't working. And I've said this before, no weapon formed against Harry and Meghan shall prosper. And clearly, the smear campaign is a failure. It's a failure. It is a failure. And the problem here is not Meghan. The problem was never the late Diana. The problem was the institution. The problem was the tabloid media and is the tabloid media and the institution of the monarchy. The heirs to the throne, they are the problem. King Charles, Prince William, Kate Middleton, Camilla, they are the problem. We all have heard of how jealous they are of Prince Harry and Meghan. So much so that they leak stories against Harry and Meghan. They ensure that they can't defend themselves. Like what Jason Knopf assured an editor of the Mail on Sunday, that Meghan would not be able to correct any lies being told about her. That Meghan's friends would not, fight the smear campaign. That's what Jason Knopf assured an editor of the Daily Mail. That Meghan's friends, would not intervene. Jason Knopf works for Prince William. The jealousy that they have towards Harry and Meghan is just off the top. It's too much. It's too much. And my family, when I see this question, it pisses me off. Because you see the malice in the media. No wonder Gloria Steinem responded by saying this when asked a question, why did you partner up with Meghan? She said this, and I quote, Meghan is a great human being. And say this, I am not an expert on the media, but it seems to me that she is different from the picture of her in the media. Meghan is smart and funny and devoted to social issues. That's part of what she said about Meghan. What prompted her to reply like that? Saying Meghan is a great human being. The question prompted her to reply in this manner because she saw what the agenda was. The agenda was once again trying to use Gloria Steinem to incite hate against Meghan. The attempt was trying to get her to say something negative about Meghan, but clearly that did not happen. Instead, Gloria Steinem said positive things about her woman she has actually met. So my family, I once said this, that I always like amplifying these voices of people close to Meghan. Like Tyler Perry, who said that Prince Harry and Meghan are in love. If I don't have what they have, I don't want it. I like amplifying the voices of Gloria Steinem, people in prominent positions, and not just prominent positions, people actually close to Prince Harry and Meghan. People who know them personally, not someone who claims, I met Meghan once and she ghosted me. When you ask them to produce a photo of them meeting Meghan, they don't even have a single photo showing that they have met Meghan. Not a single photo. Yet every single person who has met Meghan, people who worked with Meghan in suits, every single one of them, when Meghan was accused of bullying, every one of them came out to defend Meghan and say positive things about Meghan. Every single one of them. All of them. Now, my family, how exactly can you possibly explain that? How? How can you possibly explain that? And my family, let me use an example, for instance, with this Suits and also a different series called Glee. Now, my family, someone called Lea Michele in the series called Glee was accused of bullying on set. And people, her fellow cast members who worked alongside her, they came out to also say the same thing. That she indeed was a bully. That she bullied people on set. Someone called Lea Michele. And people say that. And even someone working at the Glee set, a different series, say this about Lea Michele. Say that the Glee cast was scared to report Lea Michele's bullying to higher ups. That's how you know that that person was a bully. Yet in Meghan's situation, when the firm that is so used to mistreating women who went into the royal family, so used to smearing them and getting them abused by the press, accused Meghan of bullying, Suits cast members, all of them, they came out to defend Meghan. From Patrick J. Adams to other members, they came out to defend Meghan. People who have worked with Meghan for the better part of a decade. Even the Suits producer talked about Meghan's charity work. How when Meghan saw that in the Suits set, they were throwing away food, Meghan asked the producer, kindly, can we give this food, this leftover food that is unused and that we throw away, to people who are vulnerable, people who don't have any food? And they did just that upon Meghan's request. That is the character of Meghan. That is the character that the media, the Tory media, the farm, Prince Charles, now King Charles, Prince William, Kate Middleton, Camilla have done everything in their power to try and destroy. That is Meghan's character. of a good person. And no wonder they ask people close to Meghan, why did you partner up with Meghan for a candid conversation about reproductive rights? And I like that Gloria Steinem read the room and saw what they were looking for by seeing that question as being indeed full of malice. Instead of asking a question about reproductive rights based on what Meghan and Gloria Steinem spoke about, and even Meghan in that interview said that, you know what, you and me, Gloria Steinem, should actually book a trip. We are heading to Washington. Meghan said that, I remember that, that interview. Instead of asking questions about reproductive rights, instead of that, this interviewer is asking, why did you partner up with Meghan? I mean, my family, you don't need to be a fool to see why the interviewer asked that question. However, I'm thankful for how Steinem, who saw what was happening, how she responded, and even spoke about the media, because she read malice in that question, because that question was full of malice. Instead of asking about what they are doing for reproductive rights, instead of that, the interviewer asked, why are you partnering up with Meghan? My family, that question is so full of malice. But I like how Gloria responded. I like what she did. Because the media is doing everything in its power to demonize Meghan. That is what the media is doing. Hate for profit. And that's why I'm thankful for that Meghan has great friends like Gloria Steinem to stand up for her, to speak up, to tell the entire world who Meghan truly is. Now, this is who Meghan is. And I'm quoting once again Gloria Steinem's word. A woman who has met Meghan. A woman who has spent her time next to Prince Harry and Meghan. Steinem had nothing but kind words to say about her friend, whom she called a great human being. Meghan is a great human being. And she said, and I quote, I am not an expert on the media, but it seems to me that she is different from the picture of her in the media. The feminist activist said, she's smart and funny and devoted to social issues. Maybe it's the British tabloids that are the problem. I like that part. Let me repeat it. Maybe it's the British tabloids that are the problem. Steinem adds with a laugh. That is true. That is the truth and nothing but the truth. The press, the tabloid media, William, Charles, Camilla, Hamilton, those are the problems. They are the ones who are behind this smear campaign against Meghan. From the Princess and the Press documentary, we heard how Kensington Palace was responsible and did an awful lot of leaking against Prince Harry and Meghan. We heard that. And the palace threw a tantrum and issued a joint statement to condemn that documentary. My family, I remember that like it was yesterday. The problem is the institution and its poor treatment of women. The problem is the UK tabloid press. My family also, on this issue on, the UK tabloid press, there's something also that I would like, to mention today about it. Now, our Twitter account, actually no, not Twitter account, YouGov did a poll on 22nd of May. asking a question. Is the British press a force for good or bad? Now, we know that YouGov is indeed controlled by, the royal family. Some of them have links to the royal family. As a matter of fact, even the head of YouGov, the CEO or something, I remember reporting that they had an interview with a meeting with Kim Milton at Kensington Palace. So this YouGov itself did a poll asking a question. Is the UK press a force for good or bad? Now, 54% of voters said it is a force for bad. 21% said good. Now, conservative voters said 30% of them said that UK press is a force for good. 51% of them said no, it's a force for bad. Once again, 17% of 2019 Labour voters said that UK press is a force for good. 58% said it's a force for bad. Now, finally, in 2019, Liberal Democrat voters said that 25% of them said that UK press is a force for good, while 55% of them said that UK press is a force for bad. More than 50% of the voters, clearly all of them said UK press is a force for bad. But yet someone can come to me and say, oh, Meghan this, Meghan that. Meghan is a good person and was too good for the royal family, and they did not deserve her. They did not deserve a good, kind, beautiful, compassionate woman with a good, remarkable heart, something that other members of the royal family clearly are not. Something that Prince William isn't. Something that Kate Middleton, who lied that Meghan, a biracial woman, made her cry. Kate Middleton is not a good person. So my family and the tabloid press, remember what they did to Caroline Flack? How the Sun, where Dan Wootton, who also wrote that as a monarchist, members of the royal family should be whiter than white. That's what he said. Same person. When working at the Sun, they deleted articles, negative articles about Caroline Flack after they found out Caroline Flack had taken her own life. They were caught flat out deleting, erasing negative articles. So my family, UK press is responsible for the deaths of the late Diana, Caroline Flack, and we all saw what they did to Meghan, the point of wanting to take her own life. In this life, it's not enough to survive. You have to thrive in this life. And despite everything that Meghan and Harry have gone through, they continue to be strong. Despite what they face each and every single day, the slander, the insults, the bullying, the racism, which goes on every single day, every day, they continue to grow stronger. Because even today, they're going after Harry and Meghan because of receiving the Ripple of Hope Award. Because clearly, the press is frustrated that people want to work with Harry and Meghan, despite this smear campaign. They were angry that Harry and Meghan were being honored by the NAACP Awards. That how Prince Harry had been accepted and welcomed warmly by the black community, when Meghan in the UK wasn't welcomed at all. Then now they're angry that Prince Harry and Meghan are being accepted even by a prominent family, a political dynasty, the Kennedys, are treating them with respect. And not just that, they're calling out the racism that happened to Meghan, calling out the structural racism in the monarchy, within the monarchy. My family, no wonder the UK press is frustrated. The smear campaign is clearly just not working. Smear campaign is indeed a failure. And so I want to say thank you to Gloria Steinem for being a good friend to Meghan, for being kind to Meghan. Thank you so much. Now, my family, the pair's conversation earlier this year was not the first time that they teamed up. Meghan and Steinem joined forces 2 years ago to have a backyard chat about the importance of voting. For a while, we were living almost next, well, what in California counts as next door, which is like 45 minutes away, Steinem said. So we got to know each other. And during their chat in 2020, Steinem gifted Meghan with a bracelet that reads, "We are linked, not ranked." Upon receiving it, Meghan said that the phrase means everything to me on every level, and it continues to hold great significance to the feminist icon. I think we as human beings, or maybe living things on planet Earth, right, are linked, not ranked, Steinem said at the time. We have systems of race and gender and class that rank us, and that's actually not accurate. Later on that year, Meghan came over to the little farmhouse where Steinem was staying, and they called voters together from her dining room table. When asked whether she and Meghan will team up again, Steinem says that she will help Meghan with any of her projects if she can, especially as she and her husband are doing media projects. My family, the media likes to ask some questions whereby clearly you just see the malice in them. I mean, why would you ask that? They're friends. I mean, I do remember Meghan saying to Gloria Steinem, "I think we may have to head over to Washington, D.C." And the press lost their minds. Tabloids, that is, the UK press. My family, I mean, this question, will you and Meghan team up again? I mean, the press is so hell-bent on trying to separate Meghan from people close to her, to try and ensure that people who are prominent and also very much respectable can't work with both Harry and Meghan. And clearly that's not working. And I'm thankful for the friends who are around Prince Harry and Meghan. People who are good for their mental health. People who are their true friends. As Steinem says this, that she will help Meghan with any of her projects if she can, especially as she and her husband are currently doing media projects. Outside of the projects, Gloria Steinem says that they will continue their relationship as friends. My family, when you do an interview, I feel like this interview was basically done to try and cause some fractures in Meghan and Gloria's friendship. I feel like, based on these questions that are being asked and based on the responses that are being received, clearly, you know the purpose of this interview. Like, is all well between you and Meghan? Is all well between you and Meghan? Asking that question to someone who's a feminist icon because you're looking for something negative to write. But clearly, the media couldn't get anything negative to write. Why? Because Meghan is surrounded by good friends like Gloria Steinem. Because these are good people who have been around Prince Harry and Meghan long enough to know who they are. Meghan is a great human being. Meghan is a good person. Each and every single person who has ever met Meghan says the exact same thing. No wonder the UK press has to head over and offer money to people like Simon Rex, offer them $70,000 to lie that they have slept with Meghan. When you have nothing negative, you can't find anything to say about Meghan, what do? You offer someone $70,000 to lie about Meghan. Thankful that Simon Rex said no to the money and said what tabloids wanted him to do for the money, for the $70,000. My family, if someone offered you that kind of money to lie about Meghan, would you take it? Because many people have been offered that kind of money to lie about Meghan. People who write negative articles about Meghan are offered publicity if they can mention anything negative about Meghan. That's how rotten the UK media landscape is. That's how toxic the UK media landscape is in the UK. And I'm grateful and thankful that Harry and Meghan have people who they can rely on and trust around them. Surround yourself with people who are positive, who are not toxic to your mental health. And that is what they have today. Good people like Della Perry, like Gloria Steinem. Thank you, Gloria, for being a true friend to Meghan. And thank you for handling and answering those questions like a true boss, Thank you also for seeing what they were trying to do and calling them out for it. She knows. No wonder she said, it's the tabloid press that are the problem. No wonder she says Meghan is different from the picture of her in the media. No wonder you see the tabloid media upset when Meghan speaks about her life in our own podcast, Archetypes, our own podcast, not the UK media's podcast, our own podcast. Imagine trying to dictate to someone who has her own podcast what she should talk about. Someone who has been openly racist towards Meghan wants to dictate to Meghan what she should speak about in her podcast. And that is the UK tabloid press. They have no right whatsoever. Thank you, Gloria Steinem, for being a kind, good, compassionate human being. And also a great feminist icon. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My family, what do you think about this? What do you think about the questions asked in this interview? What do you think about Gloria Steinem's responses? And my family, Meghan is a good person. Every single person who meets Meghan attests to that. She is a good person. These people who have never even met Meghan, like those going on TV to front books about Meghan, then when asked a question, have you met Meghan? Say, no. But they know more about Meghan. Come on. Open your eyes. If you've been brainwashed by the tabloid media, open your eyes. No amount of money shall ever make me spread hate against someone in this life. Never. I will always choose good. I will always spread good, not evil, and call out the wrongs being done by others like what William, Charles, Camilla, and Kate will continue to do to Meghan with the smear campaign, with the ongoing smear campaign. Because they are behind it. Make no mistake whatsoever about that. My family, despite that, no weapon from against Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet Diana and Doria Raglan shall prosper. May Harry and Meghan continue to thrive, not survive. May they always be happy each and every single day of their lives. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you, family, always and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, Stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.